Welcome to another episode of Kaiju Wars. Today we have Birdon going against Hedorah. Let's get into this. Birdon. I'll say, okay, so Birdon is from the Ultraman series. He's this giant mutant chicken from the planet Boris. He came from the Okumayama crater. Okay. Yeah, okay, I guess. Holy shit. Okay. So yeah. Meanwhile, Hedorah, which is this motherfucker right here. Hedorah is just this giant trash monster that got created because a bunch of trash piled together and some radiation came along, and boom, there. Today we're gonna see the big old question: chicken versus trash. Yeah, let's just get into this, I guess. So, Birdon is 62 meters tall, or 203 feet tall, and weighs around 33,000 tons. Hedorah, on the other hand, is freaking, okay, so Hedorah is 196 feet tall, 334 feet long, and weighs around 52,000 tons. So we can see that Birdon is a little bit, taller, but Hedorah is a little longer and heavier. But what weapons do they have? Well, Birdon he can fly. He has heat immunity. He has volcanic fire. He has a freaking beak, and Birdon typhoon. By flapping his damn fucking wings, he can create a fucking typhoon. But how about Hedorah? Yes, I know. This mutated chicken can breathe fire. Well, how about Hedorah? Well, Hedorah, he can turn into his flying form at any time. He can shoot a laser beam out of his freaking eyes. Can shoot acidic mud out of his acidic sludge and mud out of his mouth. And when he shoots that, and when Godzilla fought Hedorah, and Hedorah shot it at him, Godzilla lost an eye and an entire hand. Holy shit. Hedorah is pretty slow moving too, but he's pretty durable actually. He's pretty fucking durable. Okay. Now, how would they take out each other? Well, Birdon, how would he take out Hedorah? Well, Hedorah's weakness is water. No, Hedorah's weakness is dry stuff. Is being dry. Because if he's dry all the time, he'll just crack out and just die. Yeah. So Birdon just has to keep spamming his fire breath until he's just dry and charry enough. And then Birdon has to finish his ass, huh? Also, his weakness is the face. So you just aim for the damn face then. But how will Hedorah defeat Birdon? Well, Birdon has a heat immunity because he lives in a fucking volcano. Apparently. So Hedorah's gonna have a really hard time defeating Birdon. But if he does, he just has to keep spamming that acidic sludge at his face, and he'll burn his face off. And then just shoot his laser beams a couple times. Before Hakuna Matata, Birdon is turned into a fresh bucket of KFC. Okay, let's fight. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, this fight takes place in Houston, and let's just get this shit started. It's been 12 years. The town of Houston has all their water contaminated by Hedorah. By simply walking through water streams, all of the water is contaminated and killed pretty much the whole city of Houston. But then suddenly, this giant fucking furry chicken flies down from above and lets out a mighty screech. a mighty screech of fucking determination. You'll fucking fuck it up. He lets out a mighty roar. Hedorah looks around and makes this kind of like fucking sound. And then he freaking roars. Then the two clash. Birdon, being a lot quicker, rams into Hedorah, but Hedorah doesn't budge and instead it's just big slaps the bird. Birdon then freaking slashes the eyes of Hedorah, but Hedorah just grows them back. Hedorah then shoots a laser beam at his crotch and Birdon falls down. Birdon then does his typhoon attack and he flaps his wings. This sends Hedorah crashing into a freaking building. And then Birdon flaps up in the air and starts flapping towards Hedorah. Yep, you're hearing this right. Birdon then shoots his fire breath at Hedorah's face. Hedorah can't see anything when he's disoriented. And then Birdon just kamikazes himself into Hedorah. The smoke clears. The smoke clears. We see that Birdon is slapping the absolute shit out of Hedorah. Hedorah then uses his. Yes, he can extend limbs too. Hedorah can extend his limbs, extend his arms into a high space. Yeah. Hedorah extends his arms and makes it long enough so that he can choke around Birdon. And they said choke the chicken. Yeah, anyways, Hedorah grabs him and then just throws him. Birdon goes tumbling through some houses before just stopping. Hedorah then gets back up, turns into his flying form, and then flies away. But no, no. Birdon doesn't give up yet and flies up. This turns into an all-out dogfight. And for you smooth brains out there, a dogfight is an old slang word for like a plane fight in the air. Planes are fighting each other in the air. Yeah. Anyways, it turns into an all-out dogfight. Laser beams and flames are flying everywhere. And but Birdon has more weapons in his arsenal, and then Birdon just slashes down Hedorah, and Hedorah crashes into a freaking hotel. Hedorah transforms back into his regular form, his final form again, and Birdon just pecks rapidly at Hedorah's back of the head. But Hedorah just bitch slaps the bird again, or again. Birdon is like getting furious. So he tries to slash his eyes again, but this time Hedorah blocks it somehow and then punches Birdon in the face. Birdon is a little disoriented. And then Hedorah shoots his acidic sludge. Whoosh! Birdon screeches in pain. The acidic sludge is burning his wings and he can't fly anymore. Birdon has to resort to hand-to-hand combat now if he wants to ensure his own survival. So Birdon just spams fire attacks, drying Hedorah even more. But Hedorah has a nearby water source, so he just camps in that nearby water source and keeps spamming his freaking his freaking red lightning beam attacks from his eyes. Yes, he can only shoot it out of one eye. Birdon and Hedorah it ends in a stalemate. But then, because they're fucking tired, but then Birdon gets enough energy to tackle Hedorah and start slashing and pecking at his eyes. Hedorah is like, ah. So he shoots another one again, but this time it hits him right. It hits Birdon right in the face, blinding his eyes. Birdon is blinded. He's just jumping everywhere like a wild chicken. Hedorah gets back up, Michael Jackson style, and then bitch slaps Birdon and starts kicking and stomping on him. Birdon is just shooting flames everywhere and is burning Hedorah in the process. Birdon is just like, ah! It's just everywhere and everywhere. Flames is just rising up. And Hedorah is just melting. It's just like, drying up in the process because there's so much flames everywhere. Birdon then musters up enough strength to live through all the pain, gets back up, and tackles again Hedorah. And this time rams his claws into Hedorah's eyes and rips them out. Yeah. Yeah. Birdon roars and screeches in victory as he lets out a mighty. But he doesn't notice. But then he notices that Hedorah's blood is acidic as well, and his hands start melting. Birdon is like, "Argh!" He's just screaming in pain. Hedorah gets back up with no eyes, but then just quickly falls back down. Birdon's the last one standing, but he turns into like that T-1000 in the Terminator movie. And he's just like, no! And then Birdon just falls down and dies. Yeah. In a fight between Birdon and Hedorah, Birdon is gonna win, but by a slight advantage. Birdon just has more abilities, and Hedorah is just overall faster and has more energy. But Hedorah is one tough motherfucker, and he gave Godzilla a run for his money. Anyways, who do you think would have won this fight? Birdon, the giant fire-breathing chicken, or Hedorah, the smog monster? Let me know in the comments down below, and yeah, bye bye.